Hello world, DB Destroyer Sinclair here with Randy Varnell, Creative Director of Gearbox Software.
Hey guys.
And we're here with Kelvin.
Awesome, Ice Monster.
Yeah.
Kelvin's really cool. Let's show him off here. Kelvin is a giant ice and stone kind of golem rock monster. Another melee defender here, Battleborn. He loves to get in close and mix it up. Has some great punching moves, a big ground pound, does area effect damage. Chomps can turn into mist in the skill sublimate. I'm going to show you some really cool stuff here on these minions.
All right, so we picked a little group here, a little threesome to support each other through this level. And we're doing it as a 3-player cooperative gang here, if you will. But this can be played up to 5 players cooperatively.
That's right.
We also have 5v5 multiplayer modes as well. But today we are showing off the single player or cooperative story-driven mode here. And Kelvin, Miko with the heals, and of course Marquis here. And I'm dropping that that anti-sniper, sniper versus sniper here to give you guys a little room to work with.
Great, I really appreciate that. There are definitely some snipers at the end of this area that are difficult. I'm going to drop back for a second, let you guys continue to snipe on that. I need to activate a piece of my gear for Kelvin that's going to help out. Actually, my gear loadout on this one, I picked another flawed common. These sketchy Boilermakers have 0 activation cost. I mean, I'm going to get some movement speed, just base movement speed right out of the door at the beginning of the match. It's only 5%, but that really makes a big difference on some of these lumbering melee characters, letting me get in up close before you can snipe them all out from under me. That's really important.
All right, so you went melee, you went up close and personal. This is a map and a story mission that does happen to have some pretty strong sniper support as far as the enemy side is concerned. So we brought Marquis in to help out with the range, and then Miko, of course, is bringing the heals. Now, not only did we want to help each other out with the damage department, but I'm also playing into some Helix choices that are going to help you out as well. So on the top of my Helix, I went with Waste Makes Haste. So my temporal distortion is not only going to slow enemies, it now hastens my allies as well. So 30% movement speed for 4 seconds to you guys. And I know that you're spending into a bit of a movement speed as well to get you in and out of the action.
That's right. In fact, let me go ahead and take a couple of my abilities here. I'm going to do some things now. Now, Kelvin has a lot of control in him. So what are the things I'm going to do? I'm going to take some to be sure that my melee also slows down opponents. I'm going to take ID over here. Oh, I love increases my movement speed when I chomp. Chomp, every time I chomp the enemy, you see Kelvin kind of close in with his mouth. Every time I chomp an enemy, if I kill the enemy with a chomp, it actually stacks health permanently on Kelvin. Turns him into a juggernaut by the end of the match.
Very cool. All right, so here we go. We got the Juggernaut. We got the, well, you know what? This actually brings us to a very interesting point. So Miko and Kelvin, they share sort of some similar, I don't even know how to put it into words.
They have some I guess a bonding moment, you might say. It's kind of gross to put it that way. But
I see what you did there.
Oh yeah. You know, Miko. You know, we've talked about Miko, part of this giant mushroom planet. There's the last spore, last of its species from what used to be a giant sentient planet.
Right.
Kelvin is also a member of a collective species, but Kelvin is actually a group of microscopic organisms that all join together to kind of express a single personality. Miko and Kelvin have that in common, kind of being a part of a hive collective, and so they stay good friends. I guess it's kind of a have my people call your people type of thing.
So that said, though, as a robot butler, I'm a little wary of this giant collection of organisms crawling around. You know, the butler in me just wants to clean up after you, but instead I am going to lend some snipe support, some offensive support here.
What's cool with that is, watch this. I've got this ability Sublimate, this guy that you're having trouble with here. Well, you've taken him out. I can turn myself into this kind of ball of frost and move around the map.
Well, that's
it's going to
cool.
slow or stun enemies, which is going to make it easier for you to get in there and actually take them out as a sniper. You know, these minions have a crit spot right in their eye. If you can hit that, it does a ton of damage.
I definitely need the slowdown to help with that, that's for sure. All right, here we go. Here come these first waves since we've taken down that pesky shard back there. I'm going to slow these guys down for you for a little bit, and you're able to go in there and attack them all as a group. So far, this has paid off as a pretty strong and significant trio. As long as our healer keeps his healers up, which he's doing a pretty great job of so far.
I think he's doing a great job. Kelvin, you know, as an Eldred, starts off with no shields. You can see here I've actually picked up an overshield pickup, which gives me a temporary overshield. But it's another thing that I'm going to watch as a Kelvin player, just a way to give me extra survivability and kind of that defender role.
All right, so moving along here, we're going to have a bit of a boss fight on our hands once we clear out these first couple waves.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sublimate, go in here and hit these waves. Oh, you've already taken them out. I was going to slow them down for you, but you didn't need that up top with the marquee.
So what I found is that there's some pretty convenient little explodable crate type things throughout the levels. And these are really good for using with marquee with that long shot if the enemy is sort of grouped up around there to explode them into smithereens.
Yeah, Marquis has a really great in kind of playing that support sniper role, stay in the back, really being sure that enemies are even softened up, or when you can't, take them out for the team. We've got to watch out, like these boom bots are a great chance to use Marquis in the level because they come up close to you and explode. I don't want that to happen as a melee character, so having you there is really great. Now I'm going to activate one more piece of gear here. I've got enough shards that I can actually activate this big damage reduction piece of gear. Again, as a melee brawler, it's going to be really effective for Kelvin. It lets me get up close and not worry quite as much about these guys. As I try to get my chomp kill stacks together. Yeah, there we go. Some AoE damage with my left trigger ability, my ground pound, cleaning up these minions.
So we were talking about the different ways you can use that chomp to stack higher and higher health. And one of the modes we talked about it might be good in would be in the Minion Meltdown multiplayer mode. If you could get some nice chomps there. Also good against the minions and the various bosses that we're fighting here in the cooperative story mode. And here they come.
Yeah, this is Henchman, a pretty nasty boss here in the Void's Edge.
Oh, he's right here too. Wants a piece of marquee.
Oh well, good thing my baddest ass enforcer bot.
All right, I'm going to kind of jump down through here. I'm going to slow him down. Now watch this. I've got an ultimate unlocked for Kelvin right here, which is not really going to help us that much with Henchman, but what I will do, he's going to try to move around and close in on some characters. I don't want him to close in on Miko, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wall off Miko over there and keep create this frost wall to kind of keep Henchman locked over here in the corner. Not as strong in Henchman. He kind of jumps from position to position, but when you're definitely having like waves of minions or in a PvP, when guys are following you around, being able to put that wall down in a pinch, really handy at keeping your healer alive while you're trying to go in and mix it up close.
Very cool, especially when you don't have a shield, and being the Elder who does not start with that, or does not have that shield, unless he's given an overshield. There we are, Henchman and his buddy.
Henchman 2, TOO 2.
Also a henchman.
You notice that every once in a while we are getting some minions that trickle into this fight, kind of adding to the boss strength. I'm still taking every opportunity I can to take that chomp and get a chomp kill on the minions, because every time I do that, it adds health bonuses to Kelvin. So again, Kelvin play is all about just by the end of the fight becoming an unstoppable juggernaut. And it's great, all that health, and I've got Miko behind me keeping my health topped off as much as possible. Miko's put its ultimate down there, that great mushroom hood that's healing all of the group. Really lets us go up and mix it in. I'm going to get right in between these two and use my area of effect to damage both of them, getting that ground pound. I think sublimate, slow them down for you, get a little bit of additional damage.
So it's probably worth mentioning then, if you're playing Kelvin and you're going for those chomps, those last hits, if you will, that's something you definitely want to communicate to your teammates so that they're not stealing the kills from you. Because especially when I'm playing someone like Marquis,
That's right.
I'm going for those headshots every time.
Absolutely. In fact, I missed the opportunity there of you were talking. I couldn't talk over you because we just killed out Henchman 1, and it was a perfect little sliver of health. That would have been a big major kill. It's been a nice stack there. Let's see if we can time it better on Henchman 2 here.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop that wall back there to use it. Why not right now?
Yeah, because if we can time it right, I can actually set you up for those last kills, or those last hits.
All right, close,
Get that
close.
chomp!
And here comes a chomp. Yeah, I think I got it in. Yes, I did. Huge health boost off the end of that on the chomp.
Champion!
Took out both the henchmen's. Great fight, guys.
I mean, there's no better time than now for a taunt, I suppose.
Oh yeah, here we go. Sublimate, and then going to show off Kelvin one more time.
Ooh, chomp chomp. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Battleborn. That was Kelvin. You want to see more Battleborn videos, you want to go to YouTube Battleborn game. If you're digging the videos, please don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel. You can find Battleborn on Twitter at Battleborn. You can also find me on Twitter if that's something you were dying to do, at Poontrank Dome. And Randy, tell us where we can find you.
Sure, the name I'm playing here, Jithri, is my Twitter handle, JYTHRI. And you can also find Gearbox Software on Twitter, Gearbox Software just like that, and Battleborn.
All right, thank you so much, guys, for watching the video, and we will be back soon with more Battleborn.